Hello guys, and welcome to this weekly vlog. It's becoming very cold here. I think I've said that before. It's cold, it's wet, and it's dark. So today is my day off, and I'm starting out my day with a nice cup of coffee. No, I'm starting out my day with a nice cup of tea. You know, if you've been here for long, you know how I love my tea, and I always put in some ginger. I've said that in my other videos. I love my ginger. Not having my ginger, it's just like those people who love their coffee. If they don't get their coffee, they feel strange. So I feel strange if I don't get my ginger. So I always start out with a cup of tea and ginger. This big plant center. They are renovating, and they had some sales on their flowers, so I went by to get me some flowers because we are so much inside, and it's so dark outside, and this winter can be very depressing. So I always try to find a way to bring some joy and happiness in my life, and having flowers is one of those things. So I picked up some flowers. Jan always gives me flowers, but sometimes I just get myself some flowers. I don't wait for him to get me flowers. So I went by and got these flowers, but unfortunately they were not like in the best quality, but it's better than nothing. So guys, my favorite flowers, are they called the daisies? I can't remember. If you saw my wedding, this broke. If you saw my wedding, these were the flowers I had in my hair, and I think they were also in my bouquet. But they're not looking so good because this was on sale. Got too many of the green flowers. I don't know, they're not flowers, but yeah, that part of the flowers, and I just decided to just put them in a vase and put in some water because actually I thought it looked very, very nice. So I just made an extra bouquet, if you want to call it that, and yeah, so I can have it on our coffee table. because of the winter also our skin gets so dry, but if you've been here long, you know how I love my body butters, and most of the time I always mix myself, but I was lazy, and I think I had bought some of the Body Shop butters, but I feel like they put other things in, so I like mixing my own butter so I know exactly what is in it. So this is what I was going to do today. All the butters I'm putting here, they are organic. So I bought some mango coconut butter, some mango butter, and shea butter. Shea butter is always the base for me, but yeah, and I have to melt it first before I can mix it, and that's what I'm doing. Guys, I don't know if the winter is trying to get to me. Why am I even wearing glasses? There's no sunshine. It was there earlier. Oh, I wasn't feeling so well. I think the whole thing of being inside, I hadn't gone out to get fresh air. So I went out to get some fresh air, but I didn't walk around. I just went to a what is a yarn shop. I think it's called Yarn, where you buy knitting things. So I hope to go for a walk when Yan comes home, because I'm feeling, yeah. But let me show you how it looks outside. It's only like 4:47 now, but it looks like 9 o'clock, how it would look like 9 o'clock in Uganda. Winter is really here. Let me show you. Our food boxes always arrive on Monday, and during summertime they come very early in the morning, but because it's winter and it's cold outside, so they're coming actually late. I think they arrive around 4. So I just prep this, put it away before Yan comes home, because I think when Yan comes home, I think I would like to go for another walk, because when I was in town I didn't really walk a lot, so I want to go for a walk again when he comes home. I'm smiling because this is my favorite vegetable. Some of you have asked me how I deal with menopause and all that. I think I'm going to make probably a whole video, but one of the things is what I'm eating. I'm trying to eat food that's against inflammation, and I'm really trying to eat healthy. It's not easy, but I think that's one of the things I'm doing, and these food packages do help. We do not have that beautiful sunset, but look how beautiful the clouds are. They're very beautiful. I think also I like finding joy in small things, and these clouds are making me happy, even if it's dark outside and cold, but just looking at them just brings me joy. this is all the meat we're going to have for a week. Is very little compared to what we would normally have bought if we did it ourselves. It's really good, because if we made the food ourselves, we will be overeating. So that's the only meat we're gonna have for a week. I think there's a fish, I think there's pork, and I think there's yeah, it's not so much meat we get. So we went for a walk after Yan came home, because I actually needed it. The first time I went out, I just went in walking around inside shops. That doesn't give me any fresh air. So when Yan came home, we went for a walk, and it's beautiful outside actually. Wow. They say, like, even if it's dark and wet and cold, you need to go outside. First of all, you're going to get some fresh air, but you're also going to see things like this beautiful moon. You will not be able to see it if you stay inside. There's always something beautiful to look at. Maybe it's just me, but I always think there's something beautiful to look at, even if it's cold and wet, and yeah. These are the oils I add into my butter. I think I put in a little bit of argan oil, put in jojoba oil, vitamin E, vitamin oil, and yeah, you can put in any oil you like, but these are some of the ones I add in, but it doesn't matter. I think the most important thing, you have like shea butter and like your base. I don't think I'm going to use coconut butter in my mixture again, because it did not come out as I wanted. Because I don't think actually I've ever used it before. It made my butter very stiff, because I want it to be like a cream, not this stiff. It's still really good, but you have to really, it's hard, but it's still really good. But I'm not gonna put coconut butter in my mix again. Shea butter and maybe mango butter will be enough, because cocoa butter stiffs up again, and then you don't have a cream. Then you have this thing just like a stiff butter, not a cream. But it's really good, especially here in the winter time. Look at how my skin looks like. I like a very fatty cream, and most of the creams you buy here, especially in Denmark, they're not really fatty. So I prefer mixing my own, and then I know exactly what I added in it. I do a little bit extra for my skin during the winter time, because yes, again, like I said, it's very dry inside, and it's very harsh outside. But yeah, I do a lot for my skin, and I'm using my masks. This time I'm using a deep cleansing mask, a pore mask, you can call it. It's a clay mask. This time I'm using the clay mask, and yeah, and guys, I've been trying out some new products for an aging skin, but I'll only talk about them after I've used them for some time. I think one of the products I've added into my regimen, a lot of people talk about it. It has really good reviews, but I will only talk about it after I've been using for some time and see how it works. I think it works, but I'll talk about it after a few uses. So I'm sure, like, if you want to go try it, then you know that I've also tried it. And on my T-zone I always get these pores, while the rest of my face is just has no problem. So that's why I use this mask. I use it all over, but it will be honestly best to use it just on my T-zone, because that's where I have problems. But I use it all over my face. It's okay.